Have you ever noticed that some nights the stars seem to look at you as if they know something you don't? Yeah, that's not just poetic nonsense. It's your intuition trying to whisper, "Hey, chosen one, don't mess with those constellations." Because, believe it or not all star patterns are your cosmic friends. Some of them are, let's say, celestial cursed. They look beautiful, sure, like cosmic jewels scattered across the sky, but when you align with them, wow, you start to feel strange. Your energy drains, your focus drifts, and suddenly you start questioning your entire existence at 3:33 in the morning. And that, my friend, is not enlightenment. It's an energetic hijacking. Because among the infinite constellations, there are six forbidden ones, that you must never accept, invoke, or align with. They don't guide you, they consume you. But before we dive down this cosmic rabbit hole, let's be clear. You're not crazy for feeling like the universe has been off lately. In fact, you're becoming more sensitive to frequencies, and your soul is starting to recognize distortions. You know that sudden feeling of exhaustion? Or when your manifestations just stop working out of nowhere? That's not bad luck, it's interference. And if you've been on your spiritual journey long enough, you've probably noticed how some days you wake up feeling like a portal of light, and others like a toaster turned off. This is because your mind and energetic body are out of sync. You're tuned into many different cosmic stations at once. Funny, there's actually a way to resynchronize this. I stumbled upon a 7-second brain trick. It's not some weird woo-woo gadget. It's like a subtle sonic reset of your brain's manifestation frequency. I don't know how they did it, but it makes you feel like your thoughts have finally stopped arguing with your intuition. If you want to know more, I'll leave it in the first pinned comment. Okay. Anyway, I'll come back to this later. But if you've been feeling out of alignment, that's a sign that something is hijacking your frequency. Now, let's talk about these constellations. Because when I say forbidden, I mean energetically radioactive. The ancients knew about it. The mystics whispered about it. And you, dear chosen one, are about to discover why your guides go so quiet when these stars appear. The first forbidden constellation is what I call the Devourer. Astronomers gave it a fancy name, but spiritually, it's the standard for surrendering your personal power. It appears in your life whenever you start giving too much, your energy, your attention, your kindness to people who only receive. The Devourer's energy doesn't just drain you, it convinces you that you enjoy being drained. It's that friend who always needs just one more favor, that job that demands more and more of your soul, that relationship that feels like a vacuum disguised as romance. If you've ever found yourself saying, "It's okay, I don't care," while dying inside, congratulations, you've just aligned yourself with the Devourer. The second is the Mirror of Many Faces. Oh, this one is sneaky. It tricks you into thinking you're evolving because you're constantly reinventing yourself, but in reality, you're just copying fragments of everyone around you. It feeds on identity confusion. Every time you scroll through social media and feel like you need to be someone else to matter, it's the mirror staring back at you. Its power is subtle, enveloping you in comparisons until your reflection no longer feels like your own. And the worst part, you start to confuse imitation with growth. You start to believe that if you simply vibrate higher or manifest more intensely, you'll finally become enough. But the mirror laughs because it doesn't want you to be authentic. It wants you to be addicted to becoming versions of yourself that never existed. The third forbidden constellation, this one hits the chosen the hardest. It's called the Serpent of Stillness. Don't let the name fool you. It's not peaceful. It's paralysis disguised as enlightenment. This energy convinces you that waiting for the divine moment means doing absolutely nothing. It whispers that the universe will take care of everything, while secretly draining your motivation, your spark, your fire. Before you know it, Weeks turn into months, and you continue to meditate on your potential while life slides by like a celestial tick-tock. You know that moment when you tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," and suddenly, 6 months later, Mercury is retrograde again. Yeah, it's the snake. And it's funny, isn't it? Because spiritual people love to call it patience, when deep down they know it's just procrastination disguised as white. The serpent feeds on this. It coils around your creative energy and whispers comforting lullabies until your dreams begin to fade like the old starlight. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, so should I stop looking at the sky? No, you don't need to throw away your telescope. The universe isn't against you, but it is a mirror reflecting exactly what you choose to align yourself with. These constellations only gain power when you feed them your focus, because energy flows where attention goes. And most of us, unknowingly, are worshipping chaos disguised as cosmic beauty. That's why awareness is your best protection. When you recognize these patterns, they lose control. And that's also why tools like the Neuro-Energizer work so strangely well. It's like hitting reset on your cosmic playlist, clearing out those background frequencies you didn't even know were active. Returning to the stars. There's a reason some spiritual traditions teach students not to gaze at the night sky for too long. They believed the stars were portals, doors of influence. And just as you wouldn't open every random email in your inbox, you shouldn't open every cosmic channel. Some bring improvements, others bring spam. The fourth forbidden constellation, however, is the trickiest of all, the Crown Echo. It appears when you begin to confuse knowledge with wisdom. You binge on books, lectures, and podcasts about awakening until your brain becomes a cosmic encyclopedia. But what about your spirit? Exhausted. The echo flatters your ego, making you feel superior for knowing, but silently disconnects you from being. You begin collecting enlightenment like Pokemon cards instead of living it. And believe me, Echo's playlist is infectious. You'll find yourself saying things like, "Everything is energy," and still freaking out about traffic jams. But here's the twist. Echo loves progress that seems spiritual but feels empty. It's the illusion of ascension. The constellation shines brightest when you seek enlightenment for validation, not liberation. And that's where most chosen fall. They forget that awakening isn't about becoming light. It's about seeing the darkness and laughing at it. Because the moment you laugh at the illusion, you break its spell. We still have 2 constellations remaining. The most dangerous, the ones that not only drain your energy, but also rewrite your destiny. And if you've ever felt like the universe suddenly turned against you after a spiritual high, it's probably because you accidentally aligned with one of them. So take a deep breath. You're not cursed. You're just waking up, and once you understand the last 2 forbidden constellations, you'll never look at the night sky the same way again. All right, chosen one. If you're still here, congratulations. Either your curiosity has defeated your fear, or you're already half possessed by one of the constellations. Either way, let's finish what we started. We left off with 4 cosmic troublemakers, but the next 2, they're the reason even enlightened masters used to whisper before naming them. These are the constellations that don't just distort your path, they rewrite it. The 5th forbidden constellation is called the Weaver of Regret. It doesn't arrive with fanfare. It shows up quietly, usually around 2 a.m., right after you've done something brave or scary or life-changing. It whispers, "You shouldn't have done that." You know that voice, the one that replays your past like a movie you didn't even like the first time. That's the Weaver's lullaby. It loves when you overthink, when you question your worth, when you replay what-ifs until sunrise. This constellation feeds on guilt. Every time you doubt your own progress, it tightens its web. You'll think you're reflecting or learning lessons, but what you're really doing is weaving energetic knots that block your forward motion. The Weaver convinces you that the past defines you, but that S-like believing an old selfie is your current reflection. Outdated, over-filtered, and probably taken in bad lighting. The cruel part. The Weaver doesn't destroy you, it keeps you busy. Too busy remembering your old wounds to create new worlds. That is why some people never manifest what they want. They too busy reliving what they didn't tee. And here is where the irony kicks in. The universe doesn't punish you for your regrets, it simply echoes them. If you say, "I don't deserve abundance," it nods and says, "Sure thing, coming right up." The universe isn't moral, it's literal. That's why awareness tools matter so much. When you learn to tune out the Weaver's static, whether it's through stillness, humor, or even brainwave resets like that neuro-energizer thing I mentioned earlier, you start seeing the trap for what it is. Just a cosmic pop-up ad for self-sabotage. You don't have to click it. Now, the sixth and final forbidden constellation, the Grand Manipulator, the one even the ancients refused to name out loud. The star pattern, they said, sings to your ego but feeds on your soul. I call it the false sun. This one is the trickiest because it feels divine. It looks like truth, it glows warm, it inspires you, it tells you you're special, and you are, but then it starts twisting that light. The false sun convinces you that your worth depends on being chosen, different, above. It feeds your superiority complex until humility feels like weakness. And that's how it consumes you. It's not darkness pretending to be light. It's light pretending to be God. And oh, it's seductive. The false sun makes you feel like the main character of the cosmos. You start believing that everyone else just doesn't get it. You lose compassion. You stop listening. You start preaching. And somewhere between your 15th, you just have to raise your vibration speech, and your 4th crystal purchase this week, you realize you've become the very thing you were trying to heal from. Disconnected. The false sun's victims are everywhere. They glow bright, but burn out fast. Their energy feels manic, their eyes too wide, their joy too loud. You'll find them chasing ascension while forgetting to simply be human. Because that's the one thing the false sun hates. Humility. And maybe that's the secret moral of this whole cosmic warning. The constellations only consume what's not grounded. The moment you start laughing at your own spiritual seriousness, you break their hold. Humor is divine protection, and irony, that's enlightenment's favorite disguise. Because the universe, in all its vast glory, isn't solemn, it's hilarious. It puts the Milky Way next to a constellation called the Fly. It makes Saturn spin like a hula hoop. It lets humans name a black hole after a dessert. The cosmos is a joke, but a loving one. And when you finally get that, you ascend without even trying. So here's what I suggest. The next time you feel off, drained, restless, overthinking, don't stare harder at the stars. Close your eyes instead. Because the constellations out there are just mirrors for the ones inside you. And if you want a little help retuning your internal sky, get quiet, breathe deep, and try something that brings your mind and frequency back to zero. Whether that's a walk, a laugh, or a subtle sonic reset like Neuro-Energizer. The point isn't to escape your energy, it's to remember it's yours. The stars may try to guide you, seduce you, or even trick you, but in the end, you're the one holding the telescope. You decide what to focus on. You decide which stories to believe. And once you realize that, the forbidden constellations can't touch you. So go ahead, chosen one, look up tonight, smile at the stars, thank them for the warning. Then wink, because now you know their secret. You can't be consumed by what you've already outgrown. And that's the real cosmic plot twist. If this message found you at the right time, maybe it wasn't a coincidence. Maybe the universe was just waiting for you to remember who's really shining here. Hint, it's not the stars, it's you.